Whoops, sorry, I was on mute. Hello, hello, hello to everybody coming in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. H. Davis, Chuchi, Jessica, Retha Bell. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm not gonna stay on here long. Hey, Rhonda, Sharon. I know others are live right now. Hey, Raymond. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. I know others are live, but I just could not. I just wanted to go to bed and cover my head up. Sharon, hello. Gail, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, Real Road. Hello, hello. Sidetrack. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here, Bluebella. Hello, hello, hello. I appreciate y'all being here. This is not good news, y'all. I don't plan on being here long. Again, I was listening over at Clutch and Pearls. Y'all are more than welcome to go over there if you want after this or during this or what. It don't matter. If the news will get out there, the news is out there, and I just feel like I just couldn't go to bed without saying anything, without showing the conference, without those who missed it or whatever. This is a beautiful, beautiful girl, Camila Mendoza. They think she has been found. I'm not going to say 100,000%. They still have to do an autopsy. It will take a couple of days. There was a press conference. So, yes, the police have found a body in the search for the missing of the 19-year-old Camila Mendoza Olmos, but it has not yet been officially, although they gave a press conference, confirmed that the remains are her. They found her right by her home. The identification process is still pending and ongoing, but they are probably 99.9.9.999% sure, however you want to say it. A body was discovered today, December 30th, 2025, in a field where Camila was last seen in northwest Bexar County over in Texas. A firearm was also found near her body. They realized that a firearm was missing from the house. A firearm was found next to her body, and clothing on the body matches what she was reported to be wearing when she disappeared. Now, I heard somebody say it did change just a little tiny bit, but they pretty much believe that it is her. Sheriff Salvador, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, in his press conference, he noticed no immediate signs of foul play, although he said they will be looking at everything. But there's no signs of it. It's come out. She had a little bit of depression and different things like that. This information is very current. It's just breaking. And if, y'all know anybody who needs help or ever needs help, or you ever feel alone or feel you need help, listen to your gut. Always call 988, or you can text 988. You can stay anonymous. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, year round. There are other numbers out there. There are definitely others out there. And, that's the easiest one to put in your phone. On this one, you don't have to be suicidal to call, but that, it is there for that. But it is told that she had some undiagnosed problems. I'm not sure of all of that. Again, I'm not going to keep y'all on here long. I appreciate each one of you stopping in. I know everybody wants to know what everybody else is thinking. I think it's heartbreaking. I think it's very heartbreaking for her dad, for her mom, for her family. Please keep them all in your prayers. You can tell not only Is she a beautiful girl? Was she a beautiful girl? You can tell no matter what, she was loved. She was loved. And it broke my heart, many things that I heard when the dad spoke. I'm going to go ahead and play this. I already got it up here. Full credit goes to KABB Fox in San Antonio. So just bear with me just a moment. We'll listen to this together, okay? I missed half of it myself. Hey, Lock Lady. Hello, Nana. Love you so much. Hello. Yeah, she was loved, Sharon. Okay, hold on just a minute, y'all. Hold on.
I'm here to provide latest update on this case. As you know, we've spent the last several days looking for Camila. And the update that we have today is that we just recently, about 4:40, 4:45, found a body in the field nearby here. At this point, it's too early to tell if the body that we found is that of Camila. But at this point, we don't suspect foul play. As you all know, one of the possibilities that we were working under was the fear of self-harm. And at this point, there are some indicators that the body that we found may be as a result of that. Obviously, the medical examiner will have to make definitive identification, and we'll have to provide cause and manner of death. But as of now, we're processing the scene, and we hope to have more information to release as soon as we're able. The area in question is probably about, I'd say, as the crow flies, about a quarter of a mile from here, and probably a few hundred yards from her actual residence. It's an area very, very close to here. This afternoon, it was the folks that found the body it was a joint team comprised of BCSO and FBI. Incidentally, the FBI has been great partners in this investigation. Up to this point, they'd been really helping with intel work and processing digital evidence. But today, they actually sent us basically a small army of agents that actually helped with boots on the ground work. And we actually this afternoon made a conscious decision to go back to an area that had already been checked. But due to tall grass, we felt that there would be a benefit to checking the area once again. And as I mentioned, probably about 10 minutes into that search, the body was found. And again, too early to tell who or a cause and manner, but we do have a body at this point. Esta tarde voy a dar más información tocante este caso que nosotros hemos andado investigando por varios días. Como ustedes saben, hemos andado buscando a Camila. Esta tarde, un equipo de oficiales con mi agencia, pero también agentes federales con el FBI, fueron trabajando juntos. Ellos descubrieron un cuerpo. Ahorita es muy temprano para decir quién es este cuerpo o la manera de fallecer, pero sí se sabe que es un cuerpo. Ahorita no sospechamos homicidio, sino que ahorita estamos tratando de averiguar obviamente quién es esta persona y cómo fallecieron. El área, la escena donde está el cuerpo ahorita está cerca, aproximadamente cuarto de milla de aquí y cerca de la casa donde vivía Camila. Ahorita estamos procesando la escena, estamos esperando al médico forénsico para que nos digan quién es la persona y cómo fallecieron. I'll go ahead and give you a recap. So this afternoon, about 4:40, 4:45, a joint team comprised of BCSO deputies and FBI agents were conducting an open field search of a field where we had already checked once before, but due to high brush, we made a conscious decision to head back out there and check again. They found what we believe to be a body at this point. It's too early to tell who the body is or cause and manner of death. The medical examiner will be making both of those determinations. But we hope that we can try to expedite that process to be able to get the community answers that everybody's been waiting for. Any questions?
Sir?
During the course of the investigation, we developed some information that there may have been some suicidal ideations on Camila's part before, some signs of depression, undiagnosed as far as we can tell, but from what's being described to us, it sounds like it was a young person going through a very tough time in their life and going through some emotional issues, and there was some indicators of suicidal ideations as well.
Sir, ¿el cuerpo de la persona que se ha encontrado es un hombre o una mujer?
Ahorita no se sabe, no podemos decir.
What kind of any obvious injuries to the body?
No, at this point, no. I mean, I can tell you that we found a firearm very near the body, and in this particular case, we were actually looking for a firearm as well that had come up missing.
And did that firearm belong to a relative?
It was a family member's firearm. Yes.
I know we didn't have any surveillance or any. Did we trace her? Did we have any more footage of that?
No, I mean the last video we put out yesterday was a video from somebody's dash cam that had seen somebody matching the description that we had put out on social media that day. At this point, we're still not 100% that the person in that video is Camila, although the clothing description did match. We received several different kinds of clothing description of clothing she could be wearing at the time, and so at this point, it's too early to tell if this is actually her, but we're operating on that distinct premise.
¿Quisieran seguir buscando videos o información para poder determinar cómo pasó todo?
Pues quisiéramos pedir más videos de la comunidad. Obviamente el video de ayer ojalá nos ayudó un poco, pero también se sabe que el área donde ella fue encontrada o el cuerpo fue encontrado, está cerca de la casa. Es posible que si es ella, ella pudiera haber cruzado a ese punto sin cámaras verla. A esa hora también. Yes, the area where the body was found is very close to Camila's home. And it's quite possible that based upon the canvassing that we did, not every house had camera footage or cameras. So it is possible that at that time of the day, on that day, she may have made it out to that area without going across any cameras. So it's possible no camera footage exists. But we would still ask people on that street to double check their cameras again. Yes, sir.
How long will it take for the medical examiner to determine?
So I'm guessing in the next day or two they'll be able to tell us a little bit more about who the body is, and then hopefully soon thereafter cause and manner of death as well.
Sé que unos no saben si es ella o no, pero hay algo en el cuerpo, si es mujer o hombre, que dé la indicación de que hay una posibilidad de que pueda ser ella.
La ropa que tiene puesto el cuerpo es similar a la ropa que nosotros teníamos figurados que ella llevaba puesta.
Was there a firearm missing? And if so, where?
There was a firearm missing in this case. We had not parted with that information publicly just yet, but I can tell you that there has been a firearm recovered at the scene where the body is. Missing from the home, yes.
But have you confirmed that firearm belonged to that relative?
The firearm that was missing did belong to a relative. The firearm that has been observed there at the crime scene, we haven't touched it yet. So we haven't gotten close enough to verify serial numbers.
So, si encontraron una pistola ahí donde está.
Sí hay una pistola ahí con el cuerpo y sí sabemos que en este caso una pistola se había desaparecido de la casa. Una pistola que pertenecía a un pariente.
¿Van a dejar de buscar en el área? Porque ahorita pues todavía no se sabe si es
Pues
ella.
todavía vamos a dejar una presencia aquí en el área. Nosotros vamos a estar aquí por cuando menos esta noche procesando la escena, porque ahorita, aunque no sospechamos homicidio, todavía tenemos que manejar la investigación con esa posibilidad en mente que puede ser un homicidio. Entonces tenemos que estar aquí por la mayoría de esta noche procesando todo. Entonces van a todavía haber actividades aquí de nosotros.
El médico forense podría tratarse en revelar los resultados de los exámenes.
¿Cómo dice?
El médico forense se podría tardar en revelar el resultado de los exámenes.
Ojalá para mí, mi preferencia es que tan pronto que se pueda. Ojalá en unos cuantos días nos puedan decir quién es esta persona que nosotros encontramos y qué fue la manera de fallecer.
Doctor, pregunta, solamente en esta semana hay 3 casos de mujeres desaparecidas, bueno, adolescentes. Una es Sofía Gabriela.
No, Sofía ya la encontramos. Está bien, está bien.
¿Comentar un poco dónde la
Sí,
encontraron?
sí. He was just asking me about a young lady that we put on social media this morning, Sofia Cobos. We were actually in the process of reporting that she's been found alive and well when this call came in, so we kind of hit the stops on her. But Sofia's we're no longer looking for her. Thankfully, she's back with family and she's accounted for.
Me imagino que ya le notificaron a la familia de Camila que encontraron este cuerpo. ¿Cómo reaccionaron? ¿Qué le dijeron?
Bueno, no tengo mucha información en eso, solamente que nosotros sí mandamos un agente federal y una de nuestras investigadoras. Ellas las dos fueron y le dieron las noticias a la familia de Camila que habíamos encontrado un cuerpo, pero no se sabe, yo no sé qué reaccionaron.
Por parte de la familia van a necesitar ADN o algo que para poder ver si es...
Pues a ver qué es lo que vamos a necesitar. No sé si el forénsico médico nos puede ayudar con huellas o con récords dentales o como sea, pero la familia han estado ayudándonos con todo lo que se necesita y ojalá tenemos las esperanzas que ellos van a seguir ayudándonos.
So is this early indications that it's or that it could be a suicide?
I look at this point, we were certainly operating with that in mind. There had been some concerns early on. We didn't necessarily part with all of this information in detail, but there had been some concerns of depression, suicidal ideations made on Camila's part, to where we were considering that a very real possibility. Obviously this body being found with a weapon very nearby, that's certainly, to me, the prevailing theory, but we're still going to process the scene as if it's possibly a homicide and possibly not her. But, obviously for us, we're operating with that as the main prevailing theory at this point.
How is the family holding up?
I don't have much information other than we did send a joint team to the house of an agent and a deputy an investigator from the sheriff's office, and they both delivered that notification to Camila's mom a little bit ago, but I don't know what the reaction was, from there. And we were not able to tell her definitively this is her because we just don't know at this point.
Was it the mounted deputies who found?
At this point, I don't know if it was a mounted deputy or a deputy on foot or a deputy or a drone. We had drones overhead as well. I'll probably be receiving that update here in just a few minutes. But it was a good joint team of BCSO and FBI. And once again, the FBI has just been great at this. DPS called us earlier. Chief Vince Luciano has been great. He's been calling me all day, asking if we needed any help. I've been receiving calls from law enforcement all over, offering up assistance. But FBI came through big time for us today.
¿El cuerpo presentaba alguna herida, algún golpe?
Ahorita no se sabe porque todavía no tocamos el cuerpo. Solamente encontramos el cuerpo, tapamos ahorita y luego ya no vamos a tocar el cuerpo hasta que llegue el forénsico.
Can you elaborate on the tough times that she was having? Do you know of anything from her phone, anything like that?
So from what I can gather, she was having a tough time with school, with work, with a relationship that had recently ended. I mean, just typical teen stuff that she had going on, and it's heartbreaking to have seen and read some of the things that we're reading, because it was pretty clear she was going through a very tough time. So, I mean, I use this as an opportunity to remind everybody out there, whether you've got kids this age or even well into adulthood, check on people and don't take anything for granted. Many times we hear, well, she was depressed, but she seemed to have gotten better all of a sudden. So everything must be okay. Well, sometimes when everything seems to be okay, it might be because they've made up their mind and they're coming to peace with the fact that they're going to end their own life. And so I don't mean to scare anybody with that, but don't always take that as a comfort and say, okay, we must be through the crisis. Definitely, if you're going through a crisis yourself, reach out and get help. If you suspect that a friend or family member is going through a tough time mentally, please get them the help that they need.
And also for people watching, we have a crisis hotline.
Sure, there's crisis hotlines.
There is all kinds of crisis hotlines. The easiest one to remember and the easiest one to store in your phone is 988. And you can always do that. Put it in your phone. You don't have to be suicidal to call. It even says so on there. You can call or text them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Gypsy, yes, if you're just coming in, they're pretty sure that it is her. Unfortunately, they do have to still do the autopsy, find out how and the manner of death. Although there was a gun next to her. The video that they have put out, I believe it was just put out today or early this morning when I saw it, of somebody walking down the road. I remember I even sent it to Justin, but close to her house. But her dad says, no, that was not her. And he didn't think, also, I didn't pull that video. I'm just pulling this one. This is just too much tonight. But they said, her dad said, no, he didn't think either one of those were her. Hey, Andrea, hello. Yes, it's very sad news, but there is always help. Yeah, I'm playing this press conference and he got choked up. That really got me. They worked on this together. That's the way all people should do. All agencies should do. And they got right on this. They're pretty sure this is her. Again, they put out three girls in that area, and one of the ones was found. I think she was just found today. She's safe. Thank God. She's home with her family. Thank God. But they're pretty sure, without saying 100,000%, they're pretty sure that this is her. They come out with this press conference. They told the things that they have not told prior. But they are going to be looking into everything. Although they feel she had these issues, they found a family gun by her, and they said some things was changed a little bit. I don't know if they meant clothes, but in one part they did say she's had on the same thing she was described in. So that's a little confusing there. But yeah, that person running was a little bit bigger and she was tiny. Absolutely. Yeah. And I agree, Gypsy. I agree with that. Whoever this is or turns out to be, it is somebody's child. Okay. And that's all that matters. It's somebody's child. I don't want it to be her, but I don't want it to be anybody else either. But it is somebody. It is somebody. And also, please pray for her family, because if by some miracle or I don't even want to call it a miracle, because again, I don't want nobody else to be in this position, but if it's not her, God bless her family for having to be told this, having the press conference and having to go through it. But please pray for them anyway. Okay. They're going through it right now and they loved her. There's no doubt in my mind that they all loved her. Everybody. And look at her. She is beautiful, beautiful girl. But if you ever think you need to talk to somebody, there is a million numbers to call. The easiest one, again, I always say, is 988. Look, I've even had people put that in their phone. 988. If you need to text, call, or speak with anyone, you can do that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and you can stay anonymous. You don't have to be suicidal to call 988 or to text them either. Somebody will help you year round, 24/7. Hey, Cinderella. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Let me finish up this press conference because I am not going to stay on here that long. I did want to play this. So let's finish it up, okay?
You know, there's a national suicide hotline. You can always call the non-emergency number for the sheriff's office or for the SAPD. There's no shortage of numbers you can call, and absolutely people are going to be willing to come help.
I know you choked up earlier. This is definitely a tough time, but how are you feeling?
I mean, it's tough. This is certainly not the outcome we were hoping for, right? We always hope in these situations that that she's going to be fine and that she's with a boyfriend and just wanted to get away from everything and, you know, not talk to anybody. You know, you don't ever want any case to end like this. And although we're not yet at that point where we're ready to say that this is her, the fact is we've got a body and it's a distinct possibility.
Can you confirm the location? Was it the Burning Bush Landscaping?
It's a landscaping company very near here.
Was she wearing the same clothing that matched the description?
So we've got several different clothing descriptions that were put out that day. We got the one that was put on social media, but then somebody gave us an alternate clothing description, and the body is wearing clothing that's very similar to what was described to us.
Algo así, usted como padre y de hijas, ¿cómo se siente si es que llega a ser ella que esto haya terminado de esta manera?
Bueno, mira, nosotros obviamente teníamos las esperanzas que la íbamos a encontrar con amigos, con un novio fuera del pueblo, no quería hablar con nadie, pero ya cuando se toca de encontrar un cuerpo, obviamente eso no es lo que queríamos. Entonces para nosotros lo único que yo puedo decir ahorita es que mi prioridad es poder averiguar si este cuerpo es de ella, y luego ya poderles ayudarles a la familia con lo que ellos necesiten en ese momento de nuestra agencia. Okay. Thank you all so much, guys.
Yeah. So that was the press conference that they gave earlier. For those just coming in, they found a body earlier today. They do believe that it is her. They have to do the autopsy or whatever they need to do to 100% confirm that it's her, but they are pretty sure that it's her. And it's very, very sad. It's sad for the family. It's sad for everybody. And I really feel for everybody. Everybody, the searchers, the people who found her, her mom, her dad, her whole entire family. She was loved, you know, her friends. She was loved. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, very gorgeous. She's 19. She had everything in the world going for her, in my opinion. But if you ever notice anybody or you think somebody's having problems, reach out to them. Please reach out to them. You never know what's going to trigger anybody. People that you would even last think of, you don't know. So I wanted to tell you that, but we're still waiting on official confirmation. Until that happens, we just hold a place here for her, for love, light, and her family. Many prayers to them, and we're waiting on the truth, nothing but the truth, and most of all, for this family to get through this. It's not about rumors. It's about breaking news. It is coming out, and it's about being human and about this young life that mattered so much to her family and to everybody. And she deserved to be here. She deserves to be in this world, and she matters. Her life matters. That family has handled all this with grace and dignity, I believe. sadness, but grace and dignity. I'm like y'all, I don't know what I would do if it was one of mine. I just don't know. If this turns out to be 100% her, and we'll find out in the next coming days, you know, if it turns out to be Camilla, may she be surrounded with lots of love, peace, and light. And so may her family. May they all feel the love and everything, and give them strength. And you know, they shouldn't have to find her on their own. Thank God they didn't. But they shouldn't even have to be going through this. If you're watching this again and you're hurting, or you're overwhelmed, or you're feeling alone, you are not alone. You're not alone. There's help out there. Reach out. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But please know you matter. Your life matters. Everything passes. You know, everything passes. You know, what I mean by that is, whatever you're feeling, just reach out and talk to somebody. You know, it will pass. Don't do anything harmful to yourself. You know, help is always there. So I wanted to come on here and play this press conference again. I know I haven't been on here long, and I don't even know what to say. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being respectful. Thank you for choosing compassion over all the noise and the crap, because there's a lot of that too, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of that. Thank you for standing in the truth and with the truth for all of these victims. I'm just going to step away. I'm going to go in my room. I'm just going to wait on verified updates. It may be tomorrow. It could be the next day. But until then, hold your loved ones close. Tell your people you love them, all of them. Say, I love you. Don't assume. Be kind. Be kind, and be gentle with yourselves. Be gentle with your family. This is Smiley. I'm stepping out now. I love y'all. Thank you for being here. Please hit that thumbs up on the way out. I will play my song on the way out. I did not do an intro, which is, you know, I don't even know if it's appropriate or not, but I'm going to do the one I love so good. And we'll play it out, and then I'll just go. Love y'all. Have a great night.
She was born and bred in Nashville, but she walks the beaches down in Florida sand. A mother and wife, a daughter, a sister, trying hard to do the best she can. She found her voice with a heavy heart, looking for purpose with trembling hands. Giving this all a new start, moving ahead, speaking for ones who came. She says, I am who I am, I'll stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and rough, you'll hear my sound. She'll be speaking for the ones unheard, 'cause she's got a caring heart that won't be turned. Her mama fought cancer while she was searching, stories that needed a gentle voice. We saw summer's name and felt the heart awaken, tried to bring light where there was no choice. And when she heard us, Sebastian, her sadness rose. She prays for truth through the noise. She'll follow wherever the story goes, seeking their dignity, a child's joy.
Thank you all. Thank you for what you do, honey.
she'll be speaking for the ones unheard. She's got a caring heart that won't be turned.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you all. Thank you, mods.